Welcome to another action-packed episode of It Crept from Eternia.
Yeah!
We are here, Chris Walk, Chris Seaver, to talk all things Masters of the Universe once again with you fine folk. And thancthlaly, not that we got many comments at all, but thankfully, we didn't really get too much backlash on our love of the Revelations cartoon.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more positive out there, but those guys, they're surfing the net looking for places to drop their comments, which is fine.
Which is fine,
Let's talk it out. We can help you with your problems. I'm just joking. No, I'm more than happy to have a discussion about this with anybody. A nice, calm, fan-filled, fan-fueled discussion, because I think it's great. I cannot wait for the next installment. And it's funny, we're recording this show today. The new He-Man in the Masters Universe show comes out. It doesn't really look like anything for me, but I'm not going to jump on some message board and start lambasting it, or just be like, it's not my He-Man.
It's really weird, man. I don't understand it, and I don't think I'll ever understand it. Because I am a He-Man fan, so I just feel like
joy.
This is a good time for Masters of the Universe, and I just, I don't know if it's I need to be heard. Like, you can't make this kid's cartoon. How dare you? And it looks nothing like it did in 1983.
Thank God. Listen, I love Filmation and all, but I gotta, like, the modernization of Motu is great. And if it's not for this, and if it does well, that means Motu is back in full force. We're going to get more Masters of the Universe, including stuff that people out there who don't necessarily like the stuff that's out now. There might be better stuff coming later. But if you don't kind of support the franchise, we're not going to get there. We're going to go back into the dark ages again. So
just a bunch of whiners just whining. I don't know.
Well, we're not going to whine.
No.
I whine a little bit because I didn't get to go to PowerCon, but
yes. Yeah. That's a bummer. Like, it's funny, like both of us got hijacked by COVID.
Exactly.
Last year we were supposed to go. This past weekend you were supposed to go. And COVID put a cock blocked us.
That's it. Yeah, we had to make a decision. The show still went on.
It seemed like people had a good time, but I was telling you, texting, even if I could have this year, I wouldn't have. There's no way. Not with this variant or variants going around, and people still not doing their due diligence as far as helping to protect other human beings.
It sucked because here the law, there was a new policy or law passed that if it was 5,000 people or more or whatever it was, they had to have a vaccine mandate with a card, or you have to have a COVID test, and that went into effect like a week after this show, and we were just like, we can't. My wife's around kids all the time, so we don't want to bring anything there. We don't want to bring anything back. That's the basic, it's the most basic of it. But, it's just LA is one of the hot spots, and there's a new variant, like you just said, the Mu, and it's hyping up in California. So protect yourself, protect your neck.
People, come on.
And protect others.
It's just a mask.
Mm-hmm.
Not a big deal.
Speaking of Motu, I bought some great Motu masks for this show, and I didn't get to wear them yet. So, I have to wear them out in public, and wherever we're like, what the hell is that?
Oh yeah, like some Motu face masks.
It was the Skeletor, the Beast Man, I think Merman. It was
Cool.
it was all the Masters of Evil or whatever they're called.
That's great. That's great. So, but what we are able to do, folks, is we are able to talk to you about all the great stuff that came out of PowerCon 2021. And there is a lot of stuff. I wrote down everything that was sort of announced. And there was a few things that I was surprised did not get mentioned, but we'll get into it. But for the most part, it was. I mean, if you're an action figure fan, I mean,
that's my whole list.
Holy crap! I mean, this thing is. They showed off a lot of really cool items, and clearly, there's no end in sight as far as the Masters line is concerned, and they said as much.
They stated it's like it did better than expectations, and so don't worry, more is coming. And they really emphasized that with Origins, since they took a little bit of a pause there with I guess the Masterverse coming out, and then just recently they announced that new wave that we were talking about, and then showed off some new ones at the show.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that because those are selling out like hotcakes.
I mean, they said that, I guess there was like something going around where 2023 was sort of going to be like the end of this line.
Okay.
And they addressed that, and they said, no, this is the future. Like, Motu is here. Mattel and Motu and Masters is happening. So that's all really great news. And certainly with all this stuff that they showed off, there's no end in sight. And honestly, what it really made me do was weep for money.
And for your friend Chris.
It made me weep for my wallet. I was just like, holy crap, like, give me a break.
Now you have a little bit more control than I do, though.
Oh,
so
yeah, I definitely, I don't know how you do it. I really don't know how you do it. I mean,
I think it's my Japanese roots in Pokemon. I got to collect them all. I'm not sure, but got to buy them. Got to buy them.
It might be a disease that you need to look into, Chris.
The doctor said it wasn't anything terminal, so he said I could live most of my life with it, but I'd be broke for it. But it's all right. I said, okay, fine. As long as I can have countless Motu collectibles and more, I'll be happy enough.
Well, I would assume, and at least I think so. This could be totally wrong, but the way you collect is twofold. You collect for yourself, and you also collect for your future. You collect for the business side of things,
Correct.
your store, because come on, there's got to be some things where you're just like, nah, I don't need these,
Yes, no, I am like that. I will actually mention that the Barbarian, He-Man, and Viking Skeletor, whatever they are, I can pass on those because they just don't mean anything to me. So I do have qualms in certain situations where I won't get things. Mondo is a good example of that as well. I'm probably done with Mondo at this point. I might get that She-Ra. I might get that Battle Cat, depending on the case, but I'm getting a little upset about the price increase, but then also the decrease in accessories. Yeah. So it's just like, you're going to put it at hot toy pricing, but these were at like $150, $160 before, with twice as many accessories, a head, a minion, whatever. And now it's just like an extra weapon piece for the deluxe. So after the Filmation Hordak at the exclusive at PowerCon with the Imp, I was just like, you could have given me Imp with the regular Hordak. Come on. I know a lot of things are going up price, including Origins, which was a huge increase. So we should maybe address that.
I still question that. I'm hoping that this is not the case retail. I'm really hoping that this is not the case.
It's funny. Just to mention that the Masterverse Faker in store is like $30 something. Online, it's $20. So I'm always kind of like, what is? And I asked the guy at the store, and he's like, "We'll match that price," but they just list it like that sometimes. I'm like, okay, that's strange.
Huh? Really? That Faker is 20 online?
Yeah, 1999. Keep watching the website because sometimes it'll be in stock at the store by me, and I'll just go and check, and
Wow,
it'll be there. Yeah, it's very weird. And it's still, I checked yesterday, it's still 1999. So for a deluxe figure, somebody messed up. But all of those Target exclusives, they always end up online eventually in numerous counts. That Keldor and Trap Jaw, that's in store, period. It's like,
I mean, I see so many of those now, you know, and I think it's, I think a lot of us, I've been certainly known to do this, but I think we all kind of freak out at first because we don't think we're going to be able to get these items. So we immediately try to do the online thing or fall to the scalpers, you know what I mean? And it is shown, though, both Walmart and Target, that if you just have patience, all of this stuff is coming out. It's coming out, and now I see it all. So I don't know. I'm happy with that, but I definitely am suspicious of this Origins price increase. It doesn't make any sense to me.
$6. It's like a third of the price.
It's really bizarre, and I don't buy it yet. I don't buy it yet.
Very strange.
Something weird is going on.
I just have an issue with it because here you have like Todd McFarlane putting out amazing looking solid figures at $20, and all of a sudden Origins is 5-inch. It's very mass-produced plastic where I've seen like where people are opening them and like the face will rub off or something. It's not great QC. So I guess I have this issue where you're going to put this massively produced toy out at almost, like I said, a third of the price more. It's kind of insane to me, but we will see. Like you said, maybe there was just some mistakes made, and maybe they'll listen to the fans because we have a lot of ones coming out. They teased some neat ones at the show.
And we'll, I figured we'd go down this.
Yeah, you lead it. You lead it because I got the list of all. I got put all my Origins and then my Mondos and my Revelations and stuff. So
that's how I did it.
Okay. Lead away, He-Man.
So the Origin stuff. Let's get into that. And I'll include the deluxe as well.
Yes.
So we got Eternia He-Man, Clawful, Mini Comic Trap Jaw, Buzz Off, Jitsu, Original Color Sorceress, the Deluxe Flying Fist He-Man, and Terror Claws Skeletor, and a truly beautiful Origins Stridor.
Oh, can't wait. It's all I ever wanted.
Which
honestly.
Is under the vehicle. Now, let's talk about these Origins for a moment. And I think I did say to you that I was surprised we didn't get more in the vehicle department or playset department. They're really doubling down on these characters. And I just was shocked for,
Yeah, I feel like maybe every year they should be coming out with a playset. Like they should have just announced Snake Mountain. Or what were you looking for? What else is it?
I'm really like I'm hoping that 2022 gives us like a Snake Mountain announcement or
Slime Pit.
Slime Pit or Fright Zone or something.
Fright
like
Zone,
that.
yeah, that's the one. Fright Zone.
I really want a Fright Zone. So I don't know. I mean, I certainly feel like they are coming. I'm just surprised that Stridor was the only vehicle announcement. I'm not complaining. I was just
No.
wow, like I wonder if they're, saving more surprises.
Yeah, like where's my Roton?
Yeah,
Seriously, I want
yeah.
Roton like that. Now that Strider's announced, now I want Roton because there's just so. And then like the battle ram thing, I want that one that used to hold the figures. The what was that?
Oh, that was Battle Bones, man.
Battle Bones. Yeah, Battle
Battle
Ram was the one
Bones.
with the sky sled in
I
front of
want
it, right?
Battle Ram. I want
Yeah.
Battle Bones. Yeah, I'm hoping they make all this shit. If they're gonna just recreate all the characters, come on, recreate these vehicles that we all loved.
And now that we saw Preternia and Revelations, and now that it's on everybody's plate, let's also in a year or so let's start making those unproduced figures. I want a hero. I want a King Grayskull. I want those dinosaurs. God, I mean, it's so cheesy and great. And just what else would they do besides what they've already made? Plus those, maybe some movie ones. I don't know.
Yeah, I've thought about. I feel like they should do movie origins.
Yeah,
that would
I
be
remember
fun.
having the old movie figures in that scale. I had like the lizard that shot out the sparks, Sauron, whatever his name was. Blade, all these guys. So, and then the William Stout, Super 7 did those recently, and the He-Man, the Skeletor. So I'd love to see those in origin scale and in the
that would be really
He-Man
cool.
look.
I wouldn't be surprised if that is coming down the line at some point.
Yeah.
They have to expand it,
right?
But also they have so many characters that they can go through with this origins line. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I thought it was interesting they did that reprint of Evil Lyn from the 2000X series.
It seems like they're gonna do that. I think they're gonna add a figure like that here and there from that series. It is interesting that they're doing that.
For me, I love all these like the Lords of Power and the mini comic versions. Because I'm not buying those huge PowerCon sets that are way overpriced for 4 figures, and it's for the packaging and collectability I get, but they're going to release them anyhow. So I'm very happy about that to get my hands on it. I was happy that I was able to get my hands on that Fanboat Triclops the other day, and also Sunman. So Sunman's another thing that's coming out in this line.
That was
interesting.
I did mention that. I mean, I wrote it down.
Yep.
That is very cool. It's very cool. It's what a cool thing. Like so many years later, that Mattel does this. Like they gotta be, that mom and her son, they gotta be so like beaming with pride and joy, and what a cool thing.
It is. And it's awesome because, a lot of people are like, oh, I missed it, the deluxe exclusive one, but they're going to be making them. They're coming out in the spring, Sunman and Pigman and Sunman's allies and whatnot. So they're going in on at least one wave of this. So it's very exciting to see this grow, especially something that's, that was, going to go into, a minority hero back in the day. And now it's resurging and it's becoming very popular. And I love that it's part of this Origins line.
I'm sorry, I keep doing this. Like,
it's all right.
I don't want to miss. We've already missed a package that is being dropped off because it needs to be signed 2 different days. So I'm just making sure.
They don't ring.
We don't have a doorbell, but I have the windows sort of open on either side of this bedroom so that I can see out front.
Peripheral motion.
Anyway. Now, so I'm not a completist when it comes to any of my collecting at all. I go for the things that I either had or that I like character wise. So out of these origins, I'm probably only going to get Clawful, Buzz Off, and that original color Sorceress. Definitely going to get Terror Claws, Skeletor,
Yes,
and Strider for sure.
Nice.
I would assume you're going to go for all of them.
I am surprisingly. Actually, you know what? The funny thing is like I've never gone all in on any Motu series. I was never at either like the financial point or the collectible point in my life. When 2000X came out, I was still young. I was, just getting out of high school and to college, so I wasn't going to be able to afford them all. Motu Classics, I had to choose between that and something else. So I chose something else at that point. And I did get a few of them, like you say, like my favorites and whatnot. And I would get like some of the re-releases and whatnot. But for Motu Origins, because it's so it's based on that original line, it's a complete homage, like from the card back to the plastic bubble and all. It's amazing, especially at 40 years old, to be able to get these again in a different light, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, people, there's no fault in it. It's just, for me, I know some of these characters that I never cared about. I didn't get. Some of them were past the prime of He-Man, and I stopped getting He-Man. So I don't care about them. But
it's also funny, like a lot of these have only shown up in one episode of the old show too, like Jitsu. I don't remember it being in any but one episode, honestly. I may be wrong, but I think that's what's kind of funny too, is the action figures came before the show in a way. And then they just started, yeah, exactly. And just let's make this show, and then, who is this? I don't know. I saw him once on the show. Let's make him the badass of Eternia or whatever. So that's the best thing about being a kid back then. The show was what it was, and they just unleashed an awesome toy line on us and built this nostalgia, and here we are 40 years later, so talking about it. So it's great. I'm very excited. Also, they announced a couple more Mattel Creation ones coming up, including Origins Woundar.
Yep, I got them.
Origins Cooldar. I don't know who they are.
The Wondar is based on the Wonder Bread He-Man legend. Which is,
yeah, I know which. I see it now. Yep.
Which again I don't care about. That was something that never, like, whoa, so I'm not going to be caring about any of that stuff, really.
Got to buy them.
Yeah, not for me. I just don't care.
Just trying to figure out this Caldar. Interesting. I don't know.
But I will further hit home my love of these Origins figures. Like, I really, really love them. I think they are fabulous interpretations of these characters. I just love how close to the originals they really are, but they just give you that articulation so that you can pose them and in the battles that you wanted to pose them back in the day. And again, that's our, as a 44-year-old man, that is our toy playing these days, is just creating those environmental scenarios, snapshots, if you will, of action scenes with your figures. So that's the adult play. And I like that we have that ability now to put them in all those crazy poses, and you still have that look of what you grew up with or what we all knew of. I saw that Clawful and I was like, holy crap, like that I mean, that's clawful.
Yeah.
They really did. They're doing a great job at recreating these toys, and giving us that extra playability, you know.
Absolutely.
So I'm just super happy with these. And that Stridor, I was like, man, you know, they're actually, we can actually move the legs this time. And because it, you know, as people know who have those, it's essentially a statue, that you could plop your figure into a square hole in the back of the figure.
I love the tauntaun from Star
But now
Wars.
this is, you know, this is a fully articulated robotic horse. And they give you a stand and everything. And I thought it was great. Gives you those blasts, those action blasts, snapshot blasts that you can put into the guns and everything. They did a really good job with that.
Was there a price point on that?
I'm sure it's going to be 30.
I hope so. I hope those don't go up to like $40. I'd be kind of like, I'll buy it still, but it's just like, I get it. I get why things are going up, but I don't want to see it happen.
Like one of the, you know, I said that I had seen the like crazy battle pack of He-Man and Battle Cat.
Oh, the Battlefield Warriors 2-pack?
Yeah, I did see it. I definitely like the look of them, and I love the windswept hair on the, you know, battle mode He-Man head and all that stuff. And I liked the vacuum form chrome look that was going on and everything.
I love that. That's what sold me on it. Yeah.
But I don't know. I just, you know, I was like $50. And I mean, you're getting 2 figures, so I totally get that and all that stuff. And it does have a base as well. But I think if I were to do that, I would probably wait for them to have a multitude of them, and then they go down in price.
I was at Target the other day, and there was probably like 4 deep, you know.
I've only
it's going to happen.
I've seen 1 out in the wild, but I want to wait until they get to that tasty, you know, $15.
Yeah, it's like when I got a second Sky Sled, $11, you know. So if you just keep an eye on those end caps, there's gonna be stuff there, because these big box stores don't get it. If it's overstocked, they're gonna start dropping them.
Yeah. So and then I'll justify that, you know.
Mine will be here in a week. I wanted that one really bad because of what you just said, like that. I just loved it because of the chrome and the extra head with that hair. And I got, you know, I've been trying to get more of these Grayskull accessories. So it's got the Grayskull, the base, which they seem to be doing more of. They did that Grayskull exclusive pack at PowerCon exclusive, which I got. So it's just, they're tying it all together, which is neat, and just giving you accessories to play with. So
yeah, I think, you know, I'm frustrated with the that it's not all in one place.
Yeah,
it's annoying that you have to sort of sing for your supper. You got to go to multiple places to fill in your gaps and whatnot. I wish it was just one exclusive place, or you can just get them everywhere, you know. Like every figure, these exclusives, although ultimately it looks like they're, again, if you just wait a little while, the exclusives really aren't going to be exclusive per se. You can readily get your hands on them.
They're out there in number. It's funny because I see, when you're online, you can see a lot of people who just haven't been in this game for a long time, and they get upset about exclusives, and they get upset about these missing out on PowerCon exclusives and Mattel creations. Like I read an argument about this Triclops, or what was it? Was it Triclops? Yeah, Triclops, the fan vote one. It's like, if you did a fan vote, why didn't you make it readily available for everybody? So you're, you know, in that aspect, I understand it completely. And that guy has a really good point, that you should have just done that. Because it was like they made it a 5-figure limit online, and it lasted for maybe 20 minutes, which is a long time for an exclusive, but people still missed it because people are buying up 5 of them and then scalping them. You know, I bought one, you know, whether or not I open it or later in life I sell it as a collection, whatever my choice is, I'm not being an asshole and like picking up 4 extra ones and just selling them off. So I get it, especially if people are excited and voted for that figure. I get your being upset about that. And you're right about the exclusives. It's getting here and it's getting very frustrating with a lot of lines because they'll put figures that you really want as an exclusive and they sell out, they're gone, you'll never see them. When you should just be doing things like Battlefield Warriors, where it's like, I would want this maybe, but I don't need it because I already have He-Man and Battle Cat. But you're giving me something cool, so maybe I'll make that extra purchase. But you shouldn't like back people in the corner with exclusives where they're going to be like, you know what? If I can't get my hands on these figures, I'm not going to collect the line anymore. You know, that attitude happens. But I don't know. It's. I get it. I like you said though. Target's been doing a good job making those readily available. So
and I'm super happy that Masters is back.
Yes,
on the shelves.
That's it. Yeah.
You know, complained for years and years, and now it's there. Now I can't go into the store without seeing Masters on the shelf. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's
awesome.
not just Mattel. You know, it's a lot of stuff. Mega Blocks. It's great.
Yeah, just the merch. You know, it's great to see He-Man stuff. Okay, let's do this. Man, let's go into. Ooh, yeah, let's go into the Revelation / Masterverse.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. This was great
because there was a lot of stuff here to talk about, including stuff that they just kind of teased with boxes.
Yeah,
but didn't show images. So they gave us this. Now, did you get them already? I think you got them. You got wave 2 of the Revelations figures.
I have wave 2. Wave 3, I've already have pre-ordered.
Okay.
So like, was it Fisto, Andra, Stinkor, and Tila, right?
Yeah.
Classic. Yeah. Or no, I'm not sorry, not Tila. Fisto, Scareglow, Andra, and Stinkor.
Yes,
that's third. I'm thinking Tila's announced the classic version. So
yes.
Yeah, this is you know what, man? I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about these figures, but I think they're pretty great. And I'm really excited for like Andra and characters that we're not so familiar with to get them in this scale.
I think out of wave 2, I'm only gonna get Teal, that Tila, Man-at-Arms, right? Who else is in that wave?
That Man-at-Arms, you don't want Spikor.
No, I don't want Spikor.
And what was the 4th one? It's over there. I'm drawing a blank.
I think I only put in my.
I'm gonna go check
for Man-at-Arms and Tila, I believe.
That's it. The Beastman.
Oh yeah, see, I liked him in the cartoon, but I don't like the.
I get it. Yeah,
I don't like the sculpt.
Yeah, have you seen it in person?
I haven't seen it in person. Just
it's okay. I was more excited for it, and then it's okay. I love that design. I thought they did a really cool job with that. But yeah, I could see a pass if you don't like it. Maybe it'll be a good one in store though.
And I like Beastman a lot. You know.
Yeah.
I just I don't need to spend it on a sculpt that I don't appreciate.
Yeah.
But so I will get those, and then out of the third wave, I want all of them.
Yeah.
I think, and then even more so when, you know, I'm going to be putting up pictures and all this stuff as we're talking, but if you guys look, even more so, showing off all this stuff at PowerCon, seeing it that way these figures, I was like, damn, like they look so good. They look really good.
Now you weren't able to, you didn't order that, even try to get that Scareglow deluxe one off.
Oh, I
Maddie.
tried.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I tried. Please.
Do you want one?
Why did you get two?
Uh-huh.
Why did you get two?
I don't know. Maybe my buddy Chris Seaver needed one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, what's the price?
The price is the price of what I bought it for
40?
you.
How much was it? 40, 45, 50?
I'll double check. I don't think it was that much.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, I'll check right now as we're going through these. But yeah.
Well, shit. I'll pay. Yeah, I'll buy it from you.
Yeah. I think I remember you saying like, I'm not sure on it, and then you're like, I want it. So.
Yeah, and I tried. I did try. I was like, God damn it, I'm gonna try, and then please.
Yeah, I learned this. I learned the secrets of that website. So
Oh yeah.
how to be prepared, like signed in and like it's one of the simplest ones I've ever gone through, and ease of transaction. I've gotten everything I wanted so far, so I've been happy about that. Yeah, why don't you keep going about wave 3 while I find this real quick here.
But yeah, I mean, so I know there's I wasn't one of those people who did the classics line. I just couldn't. I can't. One, the expense. Two, the exclusivity of it all. I just wasn't behind that, so I just never did it. So for somebody like me who loved those sculpts, these are like the next best thing. These Revelation figures, $20 a pop, or if you're doing it online, 24 a pop. It's like,
yeah,
this is more my style, and I'm still really digging what they're doing. I'm digging the sculpt interpretations of the animation and everything. And
absolutely. I was unsure about it at first too. The Scareglow is $35.
Okay, yeah. Well, thank you. I will pay for that for sure.
It should be, actually, it got shipped. It should be here soon. So very excited for that. But yeah, you're right. I mean, with Four Horsemen, I'll just say it, Four Horsemen is my favorite design studio, favorite sculptors ever. And they did, and I've so used their Motu work that when this was announced, I was kind of unsure, especially with that He-Man face.
Yeah, I get it.
But it's the animation too. So I think they're doing a good job representing those figures. And even if you don't like the head, the bodies are pretty damn well made. So yeah. And I've seen people put like the origin or the classics head on, or a sculpt.
It looks like we're gonna get another He-Man. So I'm betting that they're gonna be working on the face, just like they did with the Origins. Clearly they saw people complaining, and now going forward, it looks like all the He-Man are gonna have the original He-Man face.
Yeah, you got to do that. I didn't mind that new head.
I didn't mind it either. Yeah. I think what I didn't like about it the most was just the hair sculpt. That was my issue with it. I didn't mind the mouth and all that stuff, but the hair was.
This isn't Prince Adam. This is Prince Valiant.
Was a little off. But I do want to say that the Fisto, the Scareglow, Andra, and Stinkor look really damn good.
Yes.
But it's what they showed off.
Yes.
In these deluxe figures.
Well, let's just touch on the Merman and Tila first, maybe, because they showed off a classic Tila and Scurvy Merman, as I like to call him.
Yeah, I did write that down.
Okay, cool. I want to talk about these deluxe figures. Really bad.
I want them both.
Yes.
I saw a lot of, I think there's a lot of complaints about Merman in the Revelations cartoon. But not from me.
I just complained about his voice. That's it.
I get that, but I mean his design. I liked his design.
I loved his design.
And now seeing it in toy form, I was like, oh yeah, like I'm getting this Merman. This is dope.
Yeah, Merman's one of my favorite characters, and I'm not sure why people want it.
Original costume Tila.
Yes.
But it's those deluxe Revelations figures that I was like, wow, these like look so good, you
Yeah.
know, and you can have original or new tech costume, you know, like
Yeah.
so they're giving us deluxe King Grayskull, deluxe Triclops, both or original and tech god Triclops,
Yep.
as well as deluxe Trapjaw, original and tech cult Trapjaw, and I love it. They look fantastic.
Yeah, one of my favorite things in the new show was that, and I mentioned this on the show we did about Revelations, is that they took that aspect of going against magic and using the tech, because it is such a mixed world of tech and fantasy and
Yeah.
that's why I love it so much. And I love that narration with Triclops becoming a leader and his own like cult and whatnot. And those figures, those both were like, I was like, these are instant buys. Is that?
Oh,
But that
yeah.
deluxe King Grayskull, that's a Target exclusive, I think. Going back to exclusive talk,
It looks
getting
like
our hands on it.
quite a mammoth figure. You
Can't
know,
wait for that.
like, but
I
yeah,
want his lion.
all of them. I was like, I want these. Like
Yeah.
these are great. So that
It's
was
smart. It's smart, the Triclops one. I love it.
that was awesome to see. And I love that they're really doubling down on these Masterverse figures.
The only thing I really want to complain about is that Man at Arms, is that it's the classic one. I wish they would have just done a deluxe and given you like, he wears that costume. So
Yeah.
give us the bearded face, give us the like his cloak.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's coming down the line.
Oh yeah, of course. I was kind of surprised they didn't give us the most dangerous man in Eternia figure, because it's so awesome. Love that guy.
So now I want to talk about in this line is the those mystery boxes. But we did see two of the figures, and you said up front you weren't about them. The Barbarian He-Man and the Barbarian Skeletor in their, what are these called? New Eternia, Masters of the Universe New Eternia figures. I dug them. I really did dig them, and I was like, well, instant buy for me. I like when they take what you know and give us these sort of like sketch versions, these concept versions of them. I mean, I hate Space He-Man and all that shit. Whatever the 89 thing.
The new adventures of
Oh my god, I hate all that. But this is cool that they like dip back into the concepts of the original He-Man thing and give us those figures like they did with Lords of Power. Like I like when they do that. And to me, these look like dope, like really dope, like savage, you know, figures. So I'm gonna get those. But what
it's funny. It's like I'll say I won't, but I probably will.
Well, yeah.
It's what my doctor said they do.
But what got me excited was seeing the this Masterverse Princess of Power She-Ra box, but with no She-Ra image.
It was Princess of Power, right?
Yeah.
Not Princesses of Power.
No, it was Princess
It's
of Power.
the OG, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And that excited me. That I was like, okay, I want to see what they do with this. This is cool. And then I would imagine, like we just talked about, they have another He-Man in that list with no picture but the box. And I'm betting it's a better He-Man with a different sculpt of the head, and maybe something different from the show as far as accessories are concerned. But I wouldn't be surprised if the head sculpt is different.
Yeah, that'd be great. Is there like a Prince Adam tucked into the back? What was that figure they did in Classics where it was so funny? It was like Orko with Prince Adam as a figure. I don't know. It was something very funny.
Oh, I don't know.
But I'd love to see something kind of strange like that. But they're going to make the money off Adam regardless when they do make that figure.
Yeah, and they have.
I'm surprised they didn't announce it. It's coming.
But yeah, so that's that. I liked all of that. I was
Yeah.
really happy with the majority of everything they were showing with this Masterverse line. Um, and to me, it just looked like the sculpts are just getting better and better.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
so
All in.
I don't know, man. Again, it was like, God damn it, you know, like they're killing me here. They're
Checkmate.
killing me.
That's it. Not you. Your wallet.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know. I guess we can get this out of the way. But the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe figures, the kid toy line, I'm not gonna get them at all. Um, I don't really like the look of them, me personally.
Yeah.
But I know, as a level-headed human being, that this line is not made for me. This is for the kids. This is for, if you have kids, your kids. This is for the children to get them sort of acclimated into the world of Masters of the Universe, and not that Revelations or anything else He-Man can't. But if you want to sustain the brand, you got to get the kids involved, man. You got to get them interested and locked into something that can take them into that world. And I think, listen, regardless of what we think of the look, the cartoon, or what's happening with that version going forward, this is the type of shit that the kids live in these days.
Yeah.
This type of animation, voice work, the music, and of course the toy style. So I don't fault it at all. It's just, as a mid 40s man, it's not for me. But I'm super excited for the kids that are going to be getting this, because if I were that age, I totally would be like, hell yeah, I want these dope, weird Masters tech fantasy things, like these barbarians on, floating spaceships and shit like that. Like, hell yeah, just like we were when we were kids, when I was a kid. So I commend them. I'm excited for the youths out there to embrace this new He-Man thing. And I'm hoping that there's adults who recognize that, adults who have children who aren't going to be, stubborn and, well, you're not going to watch that trash. Well, like, how the fuck do you know it's trash? To your 5-year-old kid, it might be the greatest thing he's ever seen. So
right. Why even put that thought in their head?
Yeah.
It's funny. I think back about that She-Ra series that came to Netflix, and at first I was like, this doesn't look like anything I'd want to watch. Why are they doing this? And then I watched it and I enjoyed it, and I thought it was great. Yeah, it really did a good job with mythos, telling a new story, inclusion, making the princesses a power, all very different, instead of a bunch of white chicks. But I loved it. I think that for this to survive, everybody's got to have a good attitude about it. I watched that trailer and I actually really enjoyed that trailer. You could take the whole idea of Motu out, or our biases and whatnot about how it should be. I thought it was fun, and it actually kind of got me excited to at least watch it, at least check it out. And, when it's not for me, I'm not going to come on this show and talk about how bad it is for 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, again, like, what, who cares? So it's not for you,
right.
I always give things 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Regardless, just to see. And that's with any television show, or, you got to give it that marination period to see if it's going to stick. And so I'll watch 2 episodes and see what happens.
A funny story, kind of in relation to that. It was just started Airbender last night, and then all of a sudden we were like 4 episodes in. I was like, sold. And I like bought the Todd McFarlane Aang statue. I was like, I love this show already. And my friend's like, this isn't even the good season. Just wait. So no, I agree with you completely. You got to give things a chance because you never know like where it's going to go. The same thing with that Voltron series, and the DreamWorks team did a kick-ass job
I like
reinventing these vintage things.
Was awesome.
That's why I had more faith in She-Ra, because of the DreamWorks animation team and stuff like that. They did a solid job in that show. So who knows? I'm hoping for the best for Motu, and that we build new fans out there who are going to go buy up these figures out of the store.
You know, I was watching the videos come out of PowerCon, and it was great to see so many kids at this convention. You know, and kids running up to that booth, you know, in the videos and being like, "Wow," you know, like that's great. That's what it's all about, man.
That's right.
You know, and then we got all these curmudgeon-y fucking old men who can't seem to deal with change or realize that, hey, you know, not everything is catered to you. So I don't know. For me, I'm happy with Masters and that it's back and it's an exciting time.
They're catering to everybody now, which is the key. That's it. That's what we've wanted. So
now they have so many. They can deal with the you know, the people who grew up in the 80s and loved what they loved, and they're trying to hit that new demographic. And the more He-Man, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
That's it.
Now let's talk about these Mondos.
Yes.
This is something that I was also I was excited, but then I was bummed because I realized that the majority of these Mondos I'm probably not going to get, just because of the price. You know, I'm somebody, I can't drop, like the fact that I already pre-ordered that the original Mondo Hordak is really weighing on me.
Oh, you did?
Because, I did.
Oh, okay. That's why you didn't want the other one.
Yeah, I was fine with, you know, I don't need him to look like the cartoon. I like
that design. I like the new one. Yeah.
The fact that I got one, you know, and that I did pre-order that. I didn't get the one that you did. I wasn't able to get that one, so I just went to Big Bad Toys and got whatever they had. So that's the one that I have. But still, I don't drop that kind of money on one toy. I just personally don't. Katie does.
I was just gonna say, don't you guys have a nice Hot Toys collection?
Yeah, Katie doesn't. I do not. So I am.
You know, I will. Let me just bring up something because your cousin got me into Hot Toys, and then I got myself out. It took a few weeks of rehab, but no, just joking. I've kind of just stopped buying 1/6 scale figures. I just realized like I like them, but I've always been at 1/12 scale. I'm a 6-inch, 5-inch, whatever. I'm that classic toy line guy. I would rather get a bunch of figures and have them than one alternate one. I have a bunch.
Is the opposite.
I've tried to sell myself on that, and I just couldn't.
Katie's like, take the big, because that's what you're like. Everybody can see it. It's a showcase piece. Yeah. Like, you know.
But I did that. I have my entire showcase. It's sitting in a closet right now. So Casey's like, you didn't open your K2SO? Go sell that right now. Okay, I will. I started collecting these Mondos from the beginning. So I have He-Man, I have Skeletor, Man-at-Arms, and Merman. And I should put it in the present tense. I want to continue this line. But with the Hordak, I ordered the Hordak like you. I got the Deluxe though. And the price increase, I questioned it at first. And I know things are going up in price because of production costs in China and shipping and all this other stuff because of supply chain issues. But it sucks when you got to pay more and you're getting less, because I felt these are giant action figures. They're not exactly Hot Toys where they're like, whoa, this is like very artfully done. These are, I could actually play with these. They're great. But they're like solid plastic. They're heavy. Yeah. They remind me of giant action figures. And I love that about them. At the 160 price point, when you're giving me the accessories, you're giving me the head, the extra head, the minion, whatever. like they give you the cosmic key with one. They gave you the puppy from the Christmas special. They gave you Orko in a little jar, all these little throwbacks. But then they stopped, and now they've spread it out across these 3 different versions of Hordak. Where why wouldn't you give everybody Imp or a version of Imp? I get it going with a Filmation one, but now you're giving us like the Bola thing as the deluxe, or I'm not even sure what it is, but it's bullshit. So as much as I'm very happy to see what they announced, and I know that She-Ra had been coming, and I still might get that one just to maybe close it out. And I still want Tila, but see what I'm doing. But and the Battle Cat, I was like, oh, that's gonna be $500, and people were like, no, it's gonna be $350, $400. I'm like, payment plan. That's
huge.
It's huge. I can't, like, I just seeing the picture, I can't imagine, but that the He-Man looks small on it. So I'm a huge Battle Cat fan. If I have a job when that comes out, I'll probably definitely get it, or I'll sell some stuff. So.
Yeah, I loved what I saw, but
yeah,
like for me, Hordak is it. Like I just can't, like I can't justify it. What I do for things like that is I always put them on like a Christmas list or a birthday list.
There you go.
And let the wife handle it.
Nice.
But and then again, you don't know if you're going to be lucky enough to grab them because it's Mondo. That shit sells out so fast.
Everything has been now. It's gone into like hyper mode now with collecting and probably with scalpers even more now, which is a problem. But people are like, companies are getting smart and limiting things and getting smart about IP address and captcha and whatever. But anyways, yeah, it's tough. It's not hot toy quality for me, so I don't know if I would continue to spend $250 on them all.
Yeah, I'm wincing. I'm ready for that bill to come through, and the shipping notice happens for that Hordak.
You didn't do a payment plan?
Nah, I would rather just $240 or whatever it was.
Yeah,
which, like just get it done, get it out of there. And they, and Big Bad already took a chunk of it.
Oh, I'm sorry, you got it from Big Bad. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, they.
Well, they got smart. They started taking deposits, right?
Yeah, so there was one point where I tried to cancel because I was like, fuck, I can't do this. And then they were like, nope, you're good. You ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
You're locked in. I was like, well, okay, but it'll be worth it when I see it and I can display it with all the other stuff. So was there anything, I mean, that was the stuff that I wrote down.
There is something else. I mean, this live action She-Ra show for Amazon, was that announced at the show or did that come out after? I'm kind of confused. Yeah,
that was after. That's what I wanted to talk about, was like, I'm surprised we didn't get anything about part 2 of Revelations. I'm surprised we didn't hear anything about the live action movie. I know like a lot of shit fell apart, but I'm surprised we didn't hear any sort of news whatsoever. And we didn't get, not that we would know, but why wouldn't they announce this live action She-Ra show at a convention that is about He-Man and She-Ra?
That's why I have my doubts about it.
Yeah,
why wouldn't they make a big announcement there and make it a small announcement just days after?
I know, but it's on all the reputable trades, I
know. But they all, I mean, that spreads like wildfire too sometimes. Like, oh, we got the news. Do you? We're not sure. But that's my point, is like, why was it not announced at PowerCon? It just doesn't make any damn sense to me. They didn't want to get like the Horde on like storming them. We don't want a live action show. Bruh.
And who is it? Is it Netflix or is it one of the other streaming channels that has it?
They said Amazon, which was weird to me.
Okay, so it's Prime.
Yeah. Which was extra weird because since everything's happening on Netflix.
Yeah.
But you never know.
I don't know, man. I'm optimistic though.
Yeah.
If they don't deviate too much from the core mythology, and that we might get like a Hordak in live action and shit like that, like that is exciting to me. So I don't know. I'm, I hope that it's actually happening. But I
Yeah, me
was
too.
bummed that we didn't even get a official date for Revelations Part 2.
I don't get that.
And I
Was
thought we
Kevin Smith
would.
even at the show?
I don't think he was.
No, I don't think he was either, because I was
Um,
waiting for that announcement. I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm going to be going to this. Maybe we'll see some stuff from that.
but they did say that Part 2 would be around the holidays. So like I thought they would be like, and Part 2 is December something.
Yeah. Why don't you screen the sixth episode? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
For the
really
fans
weird.
there.
Really weird.
That just kind of like threw me out of it, because this is the year of Motu. We know that Part 2 is coming, and if it is holidays, then it's right around the corner. So
Yeah.
I'm little weirded out by the live action show thing, and that I just think that was kind of, are they not going to release it maybe this year?
Come on. They no, we got to get it.
Right?
Don't leave us.
Everybody's begging for it.
Don't leave us hanging.
My wife's like, when's it come back?
I know.
don't know.
Last night, actually 2 days ago, I rewatched the first 5 again, and then last night I was like, man, I want to watch He-Man. So I put in the 2002 show, started that up again. It was like, I want to watch He-Man. I'm excited for.
My wife wept at the end of that second season. She's like, there's no more. I'm like, no, they were just getting to the good stuff.
Yeah.
Just like in the original show. They're getting to that pre-Eternia stuff, and they did a good Snakeman run on that though. A little much, but a little bit too much snake armor He-Man for me. But I love that show. There was times where I just have chills, it's just man. Like, it's so epic. I'm just really it's such a good show.
Yeah.
So good. Enjoy that. It'll be fun.
So yeah, anything else?
Not for me. I just hope that a lot of this stuff starts hitting for the holidays. It could be a big holiday season for Motu if this show does well with kids. We'll be seeing those new, if those new toys sell out of stores, we're gold. And we should be reaping the benefits for years.
I mean, again, they said the Mattel group in that panel said that there's no plans to stop. There's no discontinuing dates, nothing. So I'm super optimistic, and like we always say, I mean, it's a good time not only to be a geek, but it's a good time to be a Masters of the Universe fan.
Absolutely.
I think praise Crom, praise King Grayskull.
There you go.
That we are getting what we're getting. And
the
for me,
Spirit of Grayskull,
they're really knocking it out of the park. So
yeah, I'm super happy. It's put so many other collecting on hold for me that I've just, it's moved back into my zeitgeist. And for Motu, I'm willing to put so much on, even Star Wars on the back burner. I'll get some Star Wars stuff I want, but I'm just like, yeah, I don't need any of this stuff. I have my vintage, I have my 90s stuff, but now it's Motu time, and I'm so happy that we're getting these origin figures the most, and that Revelation is here, and they haven't said that part 2 is going to be the end of that either. So I'm hoping for more of that.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope we get more of this Revolution style. I like it. I really do. Yeah, the future's bright.
Yep, exactly.
The
future is powerful.
That's right. It's filled with power and brightness and passion.
Flakies.
All right. Well, that's it, guys. There we go. Something new for the channel. And I apologize. It's been a hell of a few months. Moving, and we're getting, this is obviously this is a bedroom that things are being moved. It's not in the original place, and I don't know, everything.
It's your living quarters.
More stuff coming in October. the end of October, But I'm happy that Chris and I we got together and we talked Motu, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and let us know in the comments if you watched any of the PowerCon stuff and what are you excited about? What are you not so excited about? We're all here, guys. We're all Motu fans. Let's embrace the power and go forth and rejoice. Yeah.